Classic Truck Rescue. Bright and early on Wednesday morning. Ernie's backing up to his trailer. We unhooked him last night so he could go into town to the motel without dragging that thing with him. I think Ernie has some kind of backup assistance camera hooked up to his truck. Dead on. That's pretty good, folks. I think you got some more nets, Ernie.
Yeah, I got a notification last night. Package delivered, and I was thinking,
yeah, it sat out there all night. Look.
Yes. I'll open this one. I thought I was going to need more, but I don't think I'm going to.
I don't think you are either.
I'll open this one and I'll return the other one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah, I think you're going to be fine.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Wow, I like that system right there, huh?
It's E-Track,
That's
but you
nice.
can turn them either way.
Yeah.
The slots look like a Maltese cross. I put that in years ago.
Wow. They do look like a Maltese cross.
Works really good for being able to strap things down in here.
You want to go have a cup of coffee? I got one in the microwave for you. Just got to heat it up.
Sure.
I'm going to unload this.
Caffeine this morning too.
Oh yeah. Look, you already started working me, and we haven't even broke the tools or anything out yet.
I sent you a message about that last night.
Oh, you did?
You were probably asleep.
Oh man, I was gone. Jamie cooked me up a steak with mushrooms and everything, and I was on the couch, and that's the last thing I remember. We'll be back. All right, buddy. Well, Classic Truck Rescue. Ernie wore me out yesterday. Abused me physically. Wore me out. Smooth out.
Well, we need it sometimes. All of
I
us.
feel good today. I did. I woke up feeling good. I did not feel good last night on the couch prior to slumber.
I slept good last night.
I did too. I didn't budge.
I slept like the dead.
We worked hard. Anyways, we made an executive decision. After we got the 56 Chevy Sarge moved over to the mats, first I used Yunkin and smoothed out the gravel, which looks really good. And then we manhandled the mats into position to put under. Got some really thick mats, and those things are heavy.
They're deceptively heavy.
They're the mats that I went and got for my mom's backyard when Lou first had to use his wheelchair, so that they could get him off the back deck. We had to build a ramp off the back deck to ground level, and then we put these, well, they're 4 foot wide and 6 foot to 12 foot mats that I laid out in her backyard, because it gets real soupy in her backyard, and they needed to be able to get him to and from his doctor's appointments and stuff. Well, he doesn't go anywhere anymore, so my mom decided that we should remove the mats, and I had to go back and remove them all. But I got smart. What I did is I took a 6x8 post, cut it 4 feet wide, attached a strap, like a cargo strap, onto it, and then I would just stick it under the front of each of the rubber mats and screw it down and winch it right up onto my trailer, and I winched them all on there and stacked them. I think I might have made a video of that, but not edited it. Anyways, they're heavy.
Yeah.
They're super heavy. Went and drug Sarge out of the bushes from behind Slinky, got him into position, and then Ernie started going around the truck. You can cut in anytime you want.
There's some really cool stuff on that truck.
He started seeing things that...
I need more than just the cab.
Yes.
I need the tank. I'd like that flatbed. I want to keep the truck as intact as possible.
Use as much of him as you can. Yeah. Also, Ernie was a little bit concerned about how much weight and stuff he's hauling home. But he's got a 7.3 in his Ford, and Gopher pulled Sarge home on an equipment trailer that's actually bigger than Ernie's trailer and had no problems. And the Gopher's got the 6.4, he's got 7.3, bigger. Anyway, we just decided, you know, rather than kill ourselves trying to strip and get the crane going and strip Sarge down, load Sarge on the trailer and use Sarge's bed to put the additional parts, because Ernie's also getting everything that he needs to build
a second truck.
A second truck. What kind of second truck, Ernie?
It's going to be a Franken truck, frankly. So
Franken truck.
I'm going to use a regular small window cab from 55 to 59. I'm going to section in a big window section. It's going to have the heavy duty front fenders, just like Sarge has, and the heavy duty grille. And then it's going to have
loaded
a 57 GMC hood with the custom insert where the GMC logo goes. So there'll never
twisted
be another
my arm out of one of those. That's not an easy hood to come across. 57 GMC, because in 57 Chevy and GMC trucks had the little humps like the 57 Chevy car has, but the GMC version of that hood also has the cutout that goes in the front. And Ernie shared with me some stuff he does with engraving and cutting out and stuff like that. He goes, show him what you do.
So I go to different car shows and I sell
I'm shamelessly plugging him. I'm looking at the wrong camera.
The information's on the other side too.
Plasma signs. Ernie Barr?
Yes, Barr.
Ernie Barr.
So I have a CNC plasma cutter, and I make all kinds of CNC plasma cut arts. Specifically, I focus on classic Chevy trucks. So I'm going to make a custom insert where the GMC logo goes.
It's going to make two custom inserts.
One for me, one for Rick. And so I'm going to make a custom insert where the GMC logo goes.
It's going to make two custom inserts.
One for me, one for Rick. And for me, one for Rick. And that truck, one last detail, it's going to be a fleet side. So got a 58, 59 fleet side bed that I'm going to put on it.
Loaded.
And the whole chassis is going to be rolling on a 69 Chevy chassis with the big block and a 4L80 and a 4L90. 4L80. So there will not be another one like it.
Franken truck. I'm all for it. I'm for everything he's doing. I think I already covered it yesterday. But Sarge is heading off to a better life. And a lot of people are going to see Sarge. I'm good with it. It just makes room for more trucks that are still in the bush for me to go rescue, because that's what Jamie and I love doing. We love hitting the road and going and dragging something out of the bushes. Also, I don't know if I should even go into that. I could probably just edit this. But this guy left me some of the comments I get. Yes. Like why would you even say that to someone, you know? But anyway, as far as not having any builds done on trucks, it's not true that I've never completely built a truck. My oldest and truest subscribers will see me do a complete frame up build on a 57 Chevy pickup that I immediately had to sell because I was in a bad situation and needed to move out of $1 million house on the river and into my mom's backyard. I'll cut that part. I add that stuff and I'll be like, no, that's too much. And sometimes I'll sit there for a minute. But anyways, no, I had to sell it. And I have built other trucks and I've had to sell them. Usually about the time I get one done and running, one of you gets a hold of me and says, I want that, and says a number that will pay way too many bills out here or help me to go rescue. I've always got a mental list of trucks that I really want to go get right now. I could spend the next 10 days just hitting the road and going and getting trucks, but I can't afford them all. Anyway, I think what really matters is not to take a truck and spend $100,000 on it and 20,000 hours into it. I think it's much more better to go out into the bushes and literally drag trucks out of the bushes and get them running right there so that you can drive them up on the trailer. And I think there's enough video evidence of me doing exactly that, and even in the dead of night getting them running and driving them up onto a trailer, that I don't have to make a showboat for you. I'll just keep doing what I do because that's what I love.
Well, and you haven't seen the last of me either. I'll be coming back.
No, that's not happening.
Maybe, but probably not.
They all say that, Ernie. They all say that, but then once they get what they want from me,
I want to come back and get some more.
he's looking at my race car hauler now. Anyway, so today's goal, so basically we cut a lot of work out, and thinking about it, we'd have been a couple of days stripping that truck down. This gets Ernie loaded up today with everything that he needs to build the 2 trucks that he's trying to take home with him. And it gets him out here quick and not ragged and tired, and where he's got time to take his time getting home and do it safely.
Yeah, I've got a long drive back to Texas, and I'm going to go a lot slower going back than I was coming up here.
Yeah. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get back to our break. Classic Truck Rescue. Peace out. But you know what I realized this morning? I wanted to film yesterday when we went for our quad ride, because that was kind of cool, you know? But
That was super cool.
getting it figured out, Ernie? We're getting Ernie all loaded up. We got the bed up there, got the cab on there. Those are the extra wide fenders for his diesel Frankenstein truck project. In the back of his truck, we put a pair of doors for that cab that's up there. Pair of doors, inner fenders, big truck grill assembly, and radiator core support. Now we're gonna go get him a 57 GMC one year only hood and get in on there. Did you use a little ladder, Ernie? Don't let him trick you into thinking he's been doing all the work. He made me do all the work loading his truck up.
And then put a cargo net over him.
Okay, that'll work. Do you want to lay him down?
I like them like that.
Okay.
I was thinking I could put other fenders.
Oh yeah, you
Take
got
the hood right here.
yeah, you got tons of room in here. Okay. This is a good spot for the hood. So we also, and I'll show it to you, we also are sending him with a rear section off a cab. And some people might remember I went recently and rescued the remains of a 58 Chevy anniversary edition truck that somebody had cut the whole roof apart and just mutilated the truck. This was a short bed, fleet side, big window, deluxe cab. I can tell by all the chrome in there. Pickup. It didn't have a V8 in it. It was a 6-cylinder truck. You know what, Randy? They made an anniversary edition, 58. It was these colors. It was the anniversary gold and white, and I sure hope this wasn't one of them.
Near as I could tell, this frame is pretty pristine. I mean,
Yeah.
Nobody's butchered or cobbled on it or bent it or anything. Near as I could tell, this frame is pretty pristine. I mean,
Yeah.
Nobody's butchered or cobbled on it or bent it or anything.
these sections of the big back window, they're getting really hard to get, and it's like $1,500 to go with reproduction stuff. Problem is, with the way the world is today, you're not really getting your reproduction stuff. I've got guys telling me that's an accessory fuse block hanging under there. That was an accessory, Randy. And a lot of people don't know this, but a radio, there, I see it's got the radio delete plugs. A radio was a $10 option back then. And back then, $10 was a lot of money. And a guy really had to justify to the wife why he was going to spend the equivalent of a week's worth of groceries.
This says Motorola on it, which is, yeah. So it's a Ford radio.
Oh, the radio says Motorola.
Yeah, the radio says Motorola. It's a Ford radio.
Yeah,
it don't fit that slot.
No, it's not the correct radio. I am glad that they didn't butch that hole, though, where the radio is. But Ernie's getting that big rear window section, so know that part of your truck is a special 1958 anniversary edition big window section. Yeah, I'll explain more about that.
This cab will be a big window cab when I'm done.
Yeah, that'll be cool. You want me to bring the ladder over there to you? It makes life a lot easier. You sure?
If it makes you feel
well, Ernie's a lot younger than me. We just found out. I asked him how old he was. He's a lot younger. He's like a spring chicken compared to me. So we're watching out for the kiddos out here. Here.
Okay. It's that first step is a doozy.
I know, but just be careful. I get on my knee. I get on. You got long legs, Ernie. There you go.
Yeah, I was using the triangle.
Oh, that's right. Old George. Iwo Jima George. You think that's what he did that for? To step on?
I think what he mainly did it
He has
for,
a step, an
he's
actual
got this
step on the
length
other
here,
side.
and then he's got it braced so that when it's loaded
Oh,
up,
yeah. Oh, yeah, because he was
strength.
putting all that weight up there.
Right.
Yeah, George used this to haul his hay, so he added this extra rack on the front of it. And,
If I keep it, I might put a horizontal step in there or something.
yeah. Huh. I am so looking forward to seeing what you do with all this.
Well, it won't be a fast project, but it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen.
All right. Let's go get your hood.
All right. Nice tractor.
Oh man, I love this tractor. It's been so good. Well, you see.
You lost a lug nut over here. Didn't you?
I know, I lost it a long time ago. I lost it right after I got it. That's one thing I didn't really like is whoever assembled this, they didn't take a lot of care because I had to tighten up a lot of bolts and. But I guess in fairness, they vibrate a lot because it's a diesel. But I don't think the bolt should have fell out. Okay. I think if I raise my bucket up, it'll hold on to the edge if you just hold on to it. careful up there, buddy. You should be able to get it there, Ernie. Oh, yeah. Watch your footing on that wood. Stay there and I'll come in from the side. You should be able to put that right on top of the hood. What do you think?
Put that in the board. I don't know.
All right.
Damage the hood. I was hoping I'd be able to get the hood on the floor underneath this, but it doesn't quite make it unless with the fender wells it's a little bit too narrow. But I was thinking I'd drape over with the cargo net.
If you pulled that towards you and put the end of the hood over the fender right here, I think you'd have room. Or like on this side, then you could stand that up in there.
90? You thinking?
It's up to you.
No, I'm trying to understand your idea. I think that's a good idea.
So this won't lay down in there if you're further forward? Because
I didn't try it further forward.
I think that if you picked up the front and hung the front through that windshield right there, the bottom would stand up there.
I think that's a good idea.
And they'd give you a bunch of room here.
I didn't think about that. I didn't have room to do that while I was standing in there.
Yeah, I get it.
But I like that idea.
Yeah. Do you need me to get up there? Let me get up there. You don't think we could put that farther? Well, that sits pretty good right there, doesn't it?
It's kind of hooked over this.
Yeah, I like that. Now, you don't think that that cab section could go back here? Maybe on these guys?
I don't know how much it's going to deflect over 3 days and going over bumps and everything. If I can lay it down flat here, then I think that's a good plan. If I can get it strapped down.
It's not that heavy.
Either that.
What about if the top of it, like where it's narrow on the top, was resting on that cross sill and the back was back here? Let me put it up there and you look at it and look at the space you got.
Look at it. If not, then I've got the back of the Ford.
Yeah. Take a break. Get your footing.
I've got a line here that I have to stay on.
Okay, so see the bottom's wider, so I'm thinking the bottom down there and the top right here, then it'll rest on the frame. The glass won't be touching anything.
All right, so
we go this way. Like you grab that in and stick it over there. Get your positioning. You see where I'm going? Wait a minute.
Okay, so is it going to ride in line or it's going to turn more?
I was thinking that and like where your right hand is, where that wheel well is.
Okay.
Then this where that wheel well is. And then this should sit in here.
Okay. I can't move very much right now.
I know. Maybe you should get on that side. I got this. I got this.
Well, they really did hack this thing, didn't they?
So we need to lift that up. See what I'm saying? That looks pretty good to me because the weight's on this cross sill. And then your glass isn't touching anything.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's not building any pressure on
Yeah.
our skins. Now I'm glad I haven't that many cargo nets. I'm gonna use one for this, I'm gonna use one for this.
Ernie's been getting cargo nets shipped here in abundance. Oh, all loaded up. Just got to strap everything down. Oh, and throw 2 fenders in the back of his pickup. I've been giving Ernie a hard time about his web netting stuff that he told me he was having shipped to the property, because I had to get up bright and early and go down there this morning, and there was a soggy box sitting on the package depository. But I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I bought a cargo net one time, and it was just bungee cords, cheap old bungee cords. We were just talking about it. But this is not that. This has got heavy duty D-rings and good strappage, all knitted together, and it's got all kinds of anchor points where you can just grab a D-ring where you need pressure on there. What do you think, Ernie?
I think this is going to work good.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, this was definitely a worthwhile purchase, because I don't want to hurt anybody going home with this stuff flying.
Yeah.
And these are rare parts. I don't want to lose them.
Yeah, because you ain't getting no more. Some of them you took the only one there was available.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that.
We appreciate you coming out. You know, this is what we do, and this is how trucks get saved. You gotta, you know, I tell everyone, I don't get these to keep them. Some of them I'm keeping. I've kind of grown attached to a few of them. We like getting them in the hands of people like Ernie, because he's going to go get creative and build some cool stuff, and it's better than having it rotting away out in the bushes. So, cool deal. Thanks for coming out, Ernie.
Thank you for having me.
All the way from Texas. He's hauling this stuff off. You're going to get some looks on the way home, buddy. No, we know what it's like. You put one old truck on the back of it, on a trailer, and haul it around, you'll get all kinds of looks, and people want to stop and talk to you, and thumbs up and horns honking. Well, he's going to have quite the impressive load on there. Anyone that knows what they're looking at is going to know he's got some nice stuff sitting on here. He's got a truck on a truck behind his truck. Ernie, I'm getting McFly wiser. I'm getting wiser about using McFly, and instead of waiting until the last minute after we're loading you up and just grabbing it and trying to launch it, I'm going to do a pre-launch and fly over now so that I'll know it's all ready.
Okay.
You want me to talk to you a little longer while you're crouched down under that truck and uncomfortable? I see you smiling.
I'm fine if I will.
While Ernie's doing his anchor points, I'll give you guys a little Mc7. This is McFly, and we say it's number 7, but really I think it's number 6, and we didn't want to use 6, so we went straight to 7. But anyways, this guy is bueno. His last time out, yeah, he had a little incident on his last time out, but I got parts. I ran into the building with it. I'm not real good with the drones, but I did. I'm at a point where I'm consistent. I can drone. I can get you drone footage, and it broke one of these guys off. I guess I should have watched a video on how to install these things. Yeah, there's electrical type stuff in there. My hands are too big for this stuff. They all seem to be at that angle right. Ooh. That might be it, folks. Now he's got 4. That's one of the lights. I did order new propellers for it, but I think I used my spares and got a set that works on him and isn't too badly chewed up. Anyways, this thing was in the stream one time, and we thought it was toast, but I took a ship out there, a little boat, and got him out of the stream, let him dry out, and he started doing bueno. He was doing real good. And I think I've gotten better at hooking him up without taking a year. Maybe. That's what I need. Apparently it's a good thing I did this because it's been a while since I logged into my drone.
I've heard horror stories about how they'll force you to do a firmware update or something before you can actually record.
I'm still gonna remain optimistic because I've had some pretty good experiences with him, even though I did run into the building with him the last time I had him out. But he bounced back. He's a little trooper. He literally stumbled in air and fell almost to the ground and then started flying again and wobbled past the flag. It was beautiful. He does consume a lot of batteries, but I have a lot of batteries now. Actually, I got him where they go. I can fly it for about 15 minutes. That's pretty good. You can get a lot of footage in 15 minutes.
15 minutes is a full charge?
Yeah, I think I've gotten up to 20 minutes, and I was shocked. Oh, it says okay. It says go fly. All right, threaten me with a good time. All right, I got my test flight with McFly done. Ernie learned how to utilize his cargo nets. I guess they're pretty cool. They're super heavy duty. And I'm gonna go over since we got the gravel spread yesterday and drug the mats back, I'm gonna go get that 59 Chevy Napco four-wheel drive project that I was stripping down and bring the frame over so that I can go ahead and show you what's wrong with it in the next video on that truck, and get it ready for the final teardown. kidding me. That wasn't attached. It's a good one though. Yep. Had a 55 Chevy, had one headlight ring on it, and there were no screws holding it on. It was just sitting there, and we brought that all the way back from Washington, and it's been sitting in the bushes for another 4 years. Never came off. You know about the Oregon moss, Ernie? No. Yeah, it's a thing. The moss people, they import it and stuff to places because it's like, it's worth a lot. It really is. Really? No, really, yeah. Like I mean, maybe I think I remember seeing something one time where people, they went crazy for Oregon moss. So really, technically,
I won't clean it off.
You got, well, I was gonna talk about the fee for the moss. Oh. The Oregon moss fee. We didn't discuss it before you showed up, but I think I need to include it in my pricing somewhere. Don't you?
I think so.
The Oregon moss. Do you need help?
Yeah, I'm trying to
or do you want me just to film you?
I don't know. I'm playing Tetris right now. Trying to figure out what's the best way to get this in here with the least amount of damage to it and for it to ride.
Well, one thing I will tell you about that I've learned after 15 years of hauling these fenders around is that if they're opposite, if they're the same side, you stack them because they stack right up in each other. But if they're opposite, you put the front end of one at the opposite end of the front end of the other. And like if you had that laying flat,
that's kind of what I was thinking.
But the headlight goes at the opposite end of the other one's headlights, and I believe the insides need to be facing each other.
I think that's a good plan.
If you stay there, I'll go over on the other side and guide that.
Like that. How's that?
Well, now
I can't break
because you got the door, that makes it different. Here,
if I didn't have a spare tire here, I could shove this red one over a little bit more.
Hold that one up for a sec. Will that one lay down in there? Can you twist that front to where that'll lay flat?
Like that?
Oh, the headlight's over here. Maybe if we roll it forward. If you could pick your end up and go, yeah, now go towards you. That's as good as you're gonna get, buddy.
I can work with
that. Huh?
I can work with that.
Yeah, your cargo net will go right over the top of that and keep it from flapping. But that way everything's kind of locking each other in, you know?
Yep.
They're helping each other out, Ernie.
And the part that I'm most concerned about on these isn't touching anything.
Yeah, your lips. Your fender lips. That's what he got them for, folks. He's going to put those fender lips off the regular This is a 1-ton truck, but 1-tons have the same wheel well opening as the 1/2 tons and 3/4 tons. It's when you get to bigger than 1 ton that they flare out, like on Ernie's Sarge truck. Sarge is an example of the Frankenstein truck that he's going to build with these fenders. They're the same fenders that Sarge has, but he's going to put the opening from the smaller fenders on there.
And so I have the wider fenders with the smaller openings.
Yes.
Which never existed.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. Maybe, I haven't seen everything in the world, but
with weird stuff sometimes.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And I don't know that it's going to be exactly this shape.
Mm-hmm. But you got the metal, you got the right metal with the right basic shape. There he is, folks. I told you we were gonna get him, buddy. It's that little kid again. That little kid.
Maybe he's looking for moonshiners.
He's looking for quarters so he can keep feeding his plane ride. Yeah.
You want to do netting on this first or get it up on the trailer first?
I want to get it up on the trailer. I've got everything on standby for the shot.
Okay.
The shot. I can put half my equipment away when we get... Folks, you do not know the trouble we go through to get you the shot. Now, in this particular video, the shot is loading the load and Sarge up on the trailer. It all boils down to this 10 minutes of work, but you got to get it. All these boxes are from Ernie's. Ernie had all those boxes delivered to the Classic Truck Ranch, and they're all full of cargo netting, and I was really giving him a hard time about it, but the cargo netting is pretty cool. And I'll do a flyover with McFly and show you. He's a strapologist. He's been out here for... How long you been doing this? I should have time-lapsed him.
I started strapping about 10 o'clock, so 3.5 hours so far.
3.5 hours he's been strapping. But I have the same policy that most of the people I get stuff from. Once it's up on there, it's yours, and you don't strap down another man's load in case something falls off. Then you don't get in trouble. But 3.5 hours and all these boxes. Huh?
We're not done strapping yet.
I know. I am time-lapsing you now, filming you, but I got me in the front ground breaking down all the boxes like I know what I'm doing. Classic Truck Rescue, doing our part for the planet. We always recycle the cardboard when we put it around old rusty metal stuff and ship it around the world. Okay. You should be able to actually feel the inside of that fender if you hook it to the left and then, you know,
I'll feel it drop off of it.
yeah. All right, let's go a couple feet further. We'll stop before the rear wheels go up.
Okay.
You need to come back this way just a hair, but I would wait a minute to let the back swing more over.
Keep it where it's at right now.
Yeah, and then cut it back over to the right, like when you get. You should look at it probably. Holy cow! McFly almost took me out. Apparently he's done. Thanks, McFly. Peace out. He almost hit me in the head.
I thought you did on purpose.
No. Man, you little thing. All right, folks, we got the dump trucks coming, bringing 2 more loads of gravel. So Ernie's gonna move his truck back off out of the way of the dump trucks, and we're getting more gravel. The roads are getting pretty nice, huh?
They are.
Yep. Anyways, he's still got more strapping to do. I'm gonna see how long total Ernie spent strapping this load down, but trust me, it ain't going nowhere. Right? Plus, we're gonna go for a ride on the quads.
That's the goal.
That's the
All
goal.
right. So I'm gonna just kind of thread the needle between the Suburban and the big white truck.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Thread that needle, buddy.